Yeah, I think no one is interested in having a full-scale war because you know how it begins, you never know how it ends. What you're seeing here now is diplomacy at play. The Iranians are denying that they were hit because deniability allows them not to respond. The United States is denying knowing anything about it because it protects them from possible retaliation against American targets. And Israel is keeping quiet for the most part. You know, it's a coalition government. You can't really control all of them. But for the same reason, deniability is a big part of diplomacy.
That's an excellent point. And let me ask you this. There's been a lot of dissension against the Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, since the war broke out, even before, but certainly since the war broke out. And there's been opposition that's been growing against him as this war really prolongs. So do you see these strikes against Iran as helping him politically by rallying Israelis against the common enemy? Or, you know, do increased war fronts work against him and hurt his standing as the prime minister?
Well, I think that the Israelis are not demonstrating in big masses right now because most of us are still under shock of October 7th. Israel still lives October 7th while the world has moved on. Clearly, that's one of the reasons for the frustration of Israelis with the world's reaction to 10/7, how the perpetrator became a hero, how students in America are marching in favor of a deadly organization, essentially no different than Al-Qaeda, right? So that's one of the reasons. So I think that the Israelis are, before they will allow political agenda to dictate their behavior, I think they're still looking for the end of this military phase. And certainly the inflammation with Iran is part of what we're experiencing since October 7th. It's important for our viewers to know October 7th is very much like 9/11 in terms of the motivation behind it. And it's Iran behind the whole thing.